Today I found the saddest video on my Instagram reel, and it just kind of shows how real the BP really is, man. So I'm just gonna do a really fast reaction. This is just a short form reaction, but I'm not just doing that. I'm giving this guy in the video a full-on looks maxing breakdown, how attractive I think he is, why he is struggling with his issue, and obviously how to improve. Now, I see this guy getting roasted in the comment section on this. Like, everyone's saying, oh, I want you to stay far, far away from women. Like, you're the worst type of guy ever, blah, blah, blah. I see in this video what you're about to see, a guy who just looks very hurt, a guy who doesn't really know how to date, how to get girls, and he thought Japan would solve all of his problems, which some people wouldn't think. So, let's watch this.
All these ladies, not true. I don't meet one. Not meet one lady.
Why did you come to Japan?
I'm looking for a what?
First of all, I mean, we can already see it. The presenter, the interviewer, brutally mocks this guy. Like, it is very sad. Like, this guy is obviously very attractive, but this guy, it's like, you come to Japan, you look for a wife, look for a woman looking like this. Like, come on, man. Like, I could tell that there's no sense of pride in your appearance right off the get-go.
Oh, that's cool. What's your type?
I like Asian and pale, tall lady.
So he wants a tall, Asian, pale lady. So he flew to Japan to get this. It's his dream woman. Japan, why would you choose Japan? I'm telling you, like, right now. Japan is like the hardest place ever. I don't get why people think that it's so easy to mog and be attractive in Japan. Any average white guy, he thinks he can go to Japan and do really well with women. I'm telling you, all the guys there are skinny. The younger generation are probably taller than a lot of Westerners. Like, they're 5'9" plus nowadays, man. They're fashion max, they're looks max, they're freaking wearing foundation in the streets. The majority of the Japanese men brutally mog the Western society as a whole, because the West, they're all fat, they're balding, they just do not look good.
And she has to, like, not be a lesbian because a lot of girls in Japan, they walking around with...
Now, that's just kind of rude, man. I mean, that's rude to Japanese women. And I think a lot of that probably has to do with some of the safety in Japan. Like, there's a lot of creepy guys in Japan, ironically. And so a lot of girls will probably go together with other girls so they feel safer when they're out in public. So this guy just feels hurt by this. And they might say that they're not a certain way, they don't swing that way, when the truth is they're just looking for a way to get out of the interaction. And that's nothing against this guy. Like, this video, I'm going to tell you how to level up, man, like, if you're watching this, but that's not the way to do it.
Other girls, I can't meet a normal straight woman. I asked many tens of thousands of ladies.
Tens of thousands. I don't think that's actually a real number. If he did, that's insane. Like, that is a lot of girls. That's like every dating app possible. That's like every girl you see on the streets, like 10 plus times a day for months, just like talking to every single one. That's a lot.
And they all not dating me. I hear...
By the way, I saw in the comment section, someone said that they actually saw this guy like outside of a club in Japan, and he was literally asking a random Japanese woman to marry him on the street. So I think that kind of shows his devotion to looking for a Japanese wife, but it's a little wild, man.
Like, oh, Japan lady, they love white men. I hear this on...
Yeah, that is a myth, actually. Japanese girls, some of them love the Western guys who look like they could be movie stars, for example. But that's the catch. They have to look like movie stars. If you're a 3 in the West, you're still going to be a 3 in Asia, not just Japan. Like, if you come to Thailand, for example, yes, it's going to be easier to find girls, but you're going to be paying for those girls. It's cheaper forms of getting what you want while paying less money. Like, that's literally what it is. But having that actual raw attraction, you still have to be attractive as an underlying factor. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, geomaxing will not save you.
Line for a long time, and the truth is they don't care about nobody. You can't get a wife.
Japanese girls do care a lot about different guys. They will simp for you if you have the right look, which is so sad about this video because I see a lot of potential with this guy. Now, I'm not saying that this guy can easily become like the most insane Chad you've ever seen, but this guy can easily become a 6 to a 7 max, maybe. All right, let's break down everything that this guy is wearing, his total appearance, everything. So the first thing I noticed actually is he's wearing a Pokemon shirt. He's in Japan wearing a Pokemon shirt. That already looks like from a Japanese girl's POV, that kind of looks like you've got a Japan fetish. You're there for the anime, the dorky stuff, which I guess if you're attractive, you could pull it off. But this guy still has a lot of effort to go through. But I don't recommend wearing a shirt like this. I don't think any woman of any nationality is going to find this attractive. I think a simple v-neck, a white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, a button-up shirt, a t-shirt and a leather jacket like I'm wearing now for Japan because it's a little bit chilly, something like that, anything but the freaking Pokemon shirt will do. Now, I'm sure most of you guys noticed, actually I lied. The first thing I noticed was the neck beard. The neck beard is probably the most brutal thing about this guy. I don't know how anybody can expect you to like get girls and find a wife with the neck beard like that. There is nobody in this planet who is attracted to a neck beard. Like, if you have a strong masculine face, you look like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, you've got a sexy Viking beard, that's one thing. But this guy, I don't want to be rude, but he's lacking the facial structure to support that. If I were to have a beard like that, I would not look good. I would drop from whatever you guys think I am down to like a 4 or a 5. Like, I would not look good with that neck beard. Most people will not look good with that neck beard. This guy, I'm not even gonna say he needs a stubble. I think he just needs a 100% clean shave and see what's under there. I can tell he's got some forward growth. His chin is not completely recessed, so he's got some potential. Now, next thing I notice is his skin. It's very dull. It's very lifeless. Like, there's no undertones to it. It just looks very pale. This is showing me that he doesn't have a lot of health markers going on. He probably doesn't eat the types of food he's supposed to. He's probably living off of 7-Eleven foods in Japan, fast foods, things like this, while lacking the key nutrients that he needs. Now, the eyes, same thing. They look tired. They look dark, a little bit puffy. You can tell that he's not getting the rest that he needs, things like that. The hair coloring, I think, could be a little bit different. It's kind of like a dark ginger. I don't want to offend anybody, but this has been rated the lowest in forms of attraction, so I would almost try to darken it to more of like a medium brown to offset the ginger just a little bit. And then the hair, obviously the hairline is a bit of an issue. It's not crazy recessed. It like that can easily come back with some topical minoxidil, some derma rolling, things like this. Perhaps maybe even start with a straight up hair transplant. You can go to Thailand, you can go to Istanbul. Like, there's many options to fix the hair, but that would be one of my first things, actually fixing the hair, the outfit, and then the facial hair, everything. If we're not factoring the hair, the beard, everything, I would give this guy probably a 4.5 or a 5 just on raw facial attractiveness alone. But because of the Pokemon shirt, we've got the neck beard, the hairline, everything, I'm genuinely giving this guy maybe like a 3 to a 3.5. And now, if you're watching this, like I said, I think your natural limit is probably like a 4.5. So you could probably jump 2, so you could easily become a high tier normie. Like, anybody who looks like a high tier normie is easily going to get woman. Like, it's going to be pretty easy and effortless at that point. Now, imagine this guy with a clean shave, maximum maybe a stubble, get down to a low body fat percentage, because I can see some cheekbones there. I can see probably a little bit of jawline definition. The nose is not the most perfect thing, but like we've talked about, David Gandy, for example, doesn't have a perfect nose, but people still worship him. Like, as long as everything else is on point, you can still look attractive. And you can tell just as a whole, his physique looks a little bit pudgy. I can tell by his frame, it looks a little bit skinny fat. Like, he's at a higher body fat percentage, but he doesn't have a bunch of muscle to back it up. Like, this guy has so much potential to literally be a slayer that is crazy. Now, let's look at the presenter. Now, the interviewer, this is what the average Japanese man looks like. I'm telling you, maybe not the average, but like 1 out of 10 Japanese guys that you see in Japan probably kind of look like this. Like, they look good. They look like the typical Chad from the West because they take good care of themselves. They all have this Looks Max hairstyle. They all have the perfect eyebrows, all have great skincare, all have awesome skin. It's glowing. They're eating healthy. They're getting sleep. Like, they've got all the health markers and everything. And then you look at this guy and he's struggling. He's insulting the woman just for the way that his dating life is going. And I think that's a little bit messed up to the woman, man. Before we do go, though, make sure to go to my website, kalosique.com, pick up my supplements. We got Aries Rage, Titan Grow 2.0. Use the code THANKS to get 25% off everything right now because we are doing my Black Friday sale. This goes until Monday. But that is it, man. Thank you for joining the video. I'm trying a different style today. Let me know what you guys think of it below. But yeah, subscribe if you're new. I love you guys with all my heart. Peace.